Today on Play to Win, is JT Daniels that missing ingredient for a UGA national title? Can Auburn pull off another Iron Bowl upset? And what's the magic number for Raheem Morris? We'll answer all of these questions and more on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick & Associates. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Good morning, Atlanta. Welcome back to Play to Win. Our hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick & Associates. I'm grateful for all of you out there on this Thanksgiving week. I'm especially grateful for you guys, Chuck Smith, Bob Whitfield, rest of the crew joins us here in just a bit. And I think that after last week, we just opened the show on a positive note by asking you guys what Atlanta football fans have to be thankful for today. Bob?
Can I just pass that on to Chuck? No, but for real, I think what I've been saying about the Falcons and the Falcons faithful is that you do have a chance in the division. That might be your only way into the playoffs, is to win the division. So since you face these opponents coming up in the near future really fast, you have to win these games. So you can be thankful for opportunity to win games and possibly get in the playoffs.
Nikki, I think you're a Falcon fan. You got to be thankful, seriously, that your quarterback is healthy. In the past week where Joe Burrow got hurt, Tua Tagovailoa got hurt, multiple quarterbacks getting hurt, the Falcons quarterback was hit so many times that I'm surprised Matt Ryan got back up. So they better be thankful that you're not going into this game tomorrow versus the LA Raiders with a new quarterback.
Whew, yeah, and obviously a lot of scares there with Julio Jones too. That was a rough game. We're going to dig into more Falcons coming up a little later in the show. Right now, switching gears over to UGA. Is JT Daniels changing your opinion of UGA at all at this point, Chuck?
I won't say yes, but I'll just say good win, good start. Because I remember even when we started out the season, when Stetson Bennett came in and did his thing in a couple of games, it was like, wow, could this guy get it done? I just think it's a good deal for Georgia. Okay, he passed test number one. But to me, this is the whole thing about the SEC right now. There's so many teams that are sorry. Georgia's being handicapped by a sorry SEC outside of Bama and Florida. So all the other teams they play against, to me, they're not measuring sticks. The only measuring stick for me, JT Daniels, is going to be when you do play against a Florida, which they've already played, or you play against Alabama. But good job with step one.
No, it was definitely a good job with step one. I think it changed the trajectory of that team because it put the onus on the quarterback and not the running game. And I think JT Daniels' show improved. But it was one of those things that we talked about early in the season, who was going to be that Georgia quarterback leader when all the transfers and the opt-outs happened, and now you're running with a Stetson Bennett because a freshman wasn't ready to deliver, and JT Daniels' knee is hold up. So it's a good move, but I don't see them in any national championship hope. I'm sorry, fans. I'm just have to give you the raw deal. I don't see them in the playoffs.
Guys, stick with us when we come back. We're going to talk about Auburn. Can they find some more Iron Bowl magic? We'll find out next on Play to Win.
On or off the field, we all have rules to play by. But what happens after a serious car crash? When the insurance company won't play fair? At Montlick & Associates, we know injury law, and we know what it takes to win. After all, we've been winning in our field for over 35 years. If you've been injured, we're here to help. Simply dial #WIN from your cell phone for your free consultation. That's pound 946.
It's Chevy Truck Month. It's Deck Building Month. It's Toy Hauling Month. It's Explore New Ground Month. It's the month to get things done. Make it your own and make every month Chevy Truck Month.
Get $4,500 cash allowance on all 2020 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, now during Truck Month, get a $1,000 accessory allowance towards the purchase of eligible accessories. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology. Our experience is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Up to $3,000 in cash incentives. I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. Ooh, we're going rogue now.
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Chris Marlar with a huge smile on his face. It's Iron Bowl week, but I'm going to make you wait for the goods, Chris. We're going to kick off our conversation now by talking about Kyle Trask. Do you think he's the front runner for the Heisman?
So, I mean, statistically, just looking at it, Kyle Trask is the front runner for the Heisman. Bama fans aren't going to want to hear this. Georgia fans aren't going to want to hear this, but Kyle Trask should be the front runner for the Heisman. If you look at the past 3 years, Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, and Joe Burrow, to this point of the season, through 7 games, Kyle Trask has better numbers than all of them. He has more total yards, more passing touchdowns, more total touchdowns. I think he's tied with total touchdowns with Joe Burrow. It's been a ridiculous season, and he's done it against all SEC competition. He should 1,000% be the front runner for the Heisman.
I think that nobody likes to talk trash more about Dabo Swinney than you, and I'm going to let you kick this one off, Chris. Dabo in that awkward moment with the game being canceled against Florida State, and he just called it like he saw it fit. Do we agree with how he handled that or no?
I mean, I think on one hand, it's nice and refreshing to see a coach give an honest and transparent opinion. Listen, before I was engaged, I've been on dates before. I had to drive to Canton one time to go to some stupid TGI Fridays, and the girl didn't show. I get it, Dabo. You're upset. You drove all the way down to Tallahassee. That's not an easy drive right now. That being said, there was no reason to say all this. Yeah, you were going to skull drag Florida State by 70 points. No one is impressed by that. I just thought it showed to his immaturity of him speaking out on it, because this has happened over and over and over again this season, and he's the only coach that's a big enough blank word to say anything about it. I thought it spoke to his immaturity.
Well, I think, look, here's Bob. I think something, no, it's part just like the culture. My thing is, it's the 24-hour rule. People going to talk about it, then it's over. But my thing is, it's just a new culture where you got coaches that say whatever they want to say. So you can say anything now and it gets a reaction. But for me, it's kind of rallied their fan base. So guess what? He just created a real rivalry out of nothing. So now you got Clemson people are like, we hate Florida State. I'm looking online. I'm like, we want to, they're our bullies. Let's play them. Let's blow them out 50 to whatever. But to me, it comes down to the kids, man. Them kids at Florida State wasn't trying to tap out, man. So no matter what, it comes back to the kids. I just hate that the whole message becomes about what Dabo's saying and not really, man, them kids wanted to play. So Florida State kids wouldn't be in those scrubs. They just, hey, man, it wasn't a healthy situation.
COVID fatigue, COVID hysteria.
COVID hysteria. Now it's time for our college football showdown of the week.
Today's Showdown of the Week is being brought to you by AT&T. More for your thing, that's our thing.
Iron Bowl week is here, and in true fashion, like I do with Chris, I'm going to make you sit right there for a second. Bob, I want your opening thoughts on the Iron Bowl and what you think is going to happen.
Well, after seeing Alabama in person in Tuscaloosa, I don't give Auburn a chance against that ferocious Alabama team. And what you see is a big offensive line that plays very well for that quarterback, Mac Jones. And if you talk about Heisman, Chris, you got to include him in the conversation. He is leading that #1 Alabama team, and they are right to beat Auburn by a lot of points.
Chris, you agree?
I love it.
I know
I couldn't agree more, Bob. I couldn't agree more. I'm just trying to jinx it right now. Of course, Mac Jones should be winning the Heisman. Best quarterback in the country. Don't hate, Chuck. Listen, this is the biggest point spread in the Iron Bowl since 2012, and it's against a ranked team. You imagine how demoralizing it is for Auburn to be ranked in the country in the top 25 and be a 25.5-point underdog. I haven't forgotten about the extra second that was put on the clock last year for that stupid field goal. I haven't forgotten about the pick six or any of those things that happened in 2018. Alabama is going to go out here and absolutely embarrass Auburn. And I know there's a lot of people that say, well, it's a rivalry. It could be close. It'll be close for about 3 minutes into the game until Najee Harris goes across that goal line, and it will not stop for 60 minutes.
Well, wow. I'm blocking you on my phone on game day, and that's a fact, guys. Stick with us when we come back. We're going to talk Georgia Bulldogs. They find a quarterback and then lose their running game. What gives? We'll dig into it next on Play to Win.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. Ooh, we're going rogue now.
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
This is it. For generations, we've been smoking and frying delicious turkeys with love and history.
You gotta love the turkey. Seasoned to the bone.
Ooh, you gotta rub the turkey. The juices are locked in.
Clank, 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 clank. I gotta go.
Where you going?
I need my This Is It now. Get your This Is It now. Order online for pickup or get it delivered.
Your mother is a special lady, and on her special day, you promised her a special celebration. But if slow upload speeds won't let your video call through because you have cable, just remember, you're not a bad son. You just need better internet.
AT&T Fiber delivers a faster internet experience with 20 times faster upload speeds than cable. Get AT&T Fiber, plan starting at $35 a month for a year. Limited availability in select areas. Call 1-877, only ATT.
Holidays glow bright and all your dreams take flight. Visit your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today for exceptional lease and financing offers at the Mercedes-Benz Winter Event.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow you.
Welcome back. It's our dog report brought to you by Beaver Toyota. Georgia and South Carolina. What do we all want to see out of the dogs in this game, Chris?
Are we going to talk about it or not? It's now finally the time to talk about it. There's a quarterback. There's an actual quarterback. JT Daniels, the first, coming in hot last week. 400-yard passing game. It's the first 400-yard passing they've had from a quarterback since 2013 against Auburn with Aaron Murray. It was awesome. It was awesome to see. You want to see more of it. And I love the swagger he had after the game and just kind of telling it like it is and flat out saying, like, listen, you don't go out and get 5-star receivers if you're not going to throw to them. And I think that was a little shade at the passing game and play calling and maybe sets a bit of what we've seen throughout the season. I loved it. I loved every minute of it.
Loved every minute of it. Chuck?
Listen, I said this earlier. I'm not going to make no bold proclamations about all of a sudden now he is the savior. Because here's my thing. I'm only measuring Georgia against the big games. All the quarterbacks that Georgia have had playing, particularly Stetson Bennett, they've done pretty well against the scrubs. But my thing, Georgia, and I want to apologize to University of Georgia for the sorry SEC that they play in, right? The only games that they can be measured up against is Florida, Alabama, and that's the only game that you can measure their quarterbacks up against some big boys like that. So right now, I mean, kudos on step one, I said earlier, Chris, but it's just unfortunate that there's not better competition in the conference that we can say what this guy's going to be this week, because look who they're playing.
That's fair.
Do you think there's underlying issues with the running game, or that was just like an off week last week?
Well, I say this. Let me jump in. I think when you trying to test that quarterback and you test him too late, you kind of engineer the offense for his success. And one of the things that I said early on was that, all right, rely on the running game for your success. And now you got a quarterback that can prove the arm can be your success at Georgia, and you can make receivers better with accuracy on the ball path, and the passing strength just goes to their favor. So do you need a running game at Georgia? Yes, because I'm not sold on JT in the long run, And like Chuck said, they don't have a chance with who they play coming up to move any votes to their way. So, hey, it's just good football play from Georgia, and maybe better luck next year.
I will say one thing, just in their defense. I mean, JT Daniels put up incredible numbers, not just from like an overall like touchdowns, passing yards, all that kind of standpoint, but from like a completion percentage as well. He looked very good. Mississippi State's a good defense. They're ranked in the top 4 in 3 out of the 4 major categories in the SEC. They're a terrible team, but they're a much better defense than people give them credit for. I think it was an impressive thing from JT.
All right, guys, stick with us. When we come back, we're going to talk about Raheem Morris. How many wins does the guy need to lose that interim tag? We'll dig into it next on Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers. This is It Barbecue and Atlanta Peach Movers.
It only happens once a year. It's always fun. It's Toyotathon at Beaver. Watch this. This is a limited time event, so put us on your list early. You simply cannot afford to miss this sale. You can shop 15 Toyota models with 0% financing or with lifetime warranty. You'll save thousands. It's the best time of year to buy a new Toyota. Why? Inventory levels drive up factory incentives, resulting in the lowest prices of the year. Simply put, I cut prices to the bone. Beaver, Toyota, and Cumming. We're here to wow you.
We interrupt your erectile dysfunction with an important message. If erectile dysfunction or Peyronie's disease has you down, the doctors at Atlanta Health Clinic can help. No pills, no surgery, no needles, no pain. We have the newest revolutionary U.S. patented medical process and device from Europe, utilizing advanced acoustic wave technology, proven effective regardless of your age or medical condition. Visit AtlantaHealthClinic.com or call for your consultation with our doctors today and avoid interruption.
We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort. Our commitment is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Only $19.99 a month for a new water heater.
Has chronic knee pain, arthritis, or osteoarthritis of the knee robbed you of your mobility? Would you like your pain-free life back again? Then call now. You may qualify for a new non-surgical, drug-free treatment for knee pain. Even if you've tried other treatments with little or no relief, you may still be a candidate for our Advanced Arthritis Relief Protocol. This emerging treatment is covered by most insurance, including Medicare. Suffer no longer. Call right now and get your mobility back.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back. Our Falcons report is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Look, last week was bad. We've got a situation now with Julio Jones. Chuck, are you feeling kind of fatigued on the Julio thing at this point?
You know what, Nikki? It is disappointing, and I'll say this: you know, everybody gets injured, but when you're the leader of a team and guys are expecting you to be there and consistently, you know, it's kind of demoralizing. I think when you see Julio go down, you know, and again, you know, you still as an NFL player, you're still expected to do what you're supposed to do. But one of the things that just to me just was glaringly noticeable in the Saints game was you needed the number one player on your team on the field, and he wasn't able to be there. And it's just disappointing to me, and it's demoralizing as I remember Bob in the locker room as a player.
You hit it right on the head. I'm going to tap in on that, Nikki, because Julio jacked up my DraftKings fantasy when he went down with that. So when you talk about expecting a lot of touches, I understand. And then from a player perspective, we know we had it when Jamal Anderson went down with a knee injury where, your team rallies around certain players. So I think Julio's that player. But we also have the next man up mentality. So all those young receivers like Gage, they got to be the next man up. And also we have the old man in the box reality. Matt Ryan needs to be that old man in the box leadership and start throwing the ball. Stop holding that ball so you get all them sacks.
Speaking of receivers, I'm going to need Falcon receivers, y'all, to not let them Saints dudes jump up in your face and grill you, putting their face all in the side of your helmet again. All right? I'm going to need y'all to step up, turn up, at least push them. I don't care if you lose them by 100. Don't let them dudes manhandle you like that, man. So that's something else that stood out, speaking of receivers.
Looking ahead, what do we think the Falcons' path to victory is with the Raiders?
Is that a thing? We still have those? Paths to victory still? I mean, first off, let me tell you, here's what I do well as a fan with. You got to manage expectations, guys. Bob, don't be starting Julio. Do what I did. I started the Saints defense. I hated every minute of it, but it was an amazing. I won. I'm in the playoffs now. That's more than I can say for our Falcons. I don't know if there's a path to victory against the Raiders. The Raiders are a really good team. So I'm not. I just, you know what? Let's just get to the offseason, get to the draft.
What's the path to
Don't
victory,
give up.
guys? There has to be one. Fight till the end.
No, there is a path. There is a path, and the path is you still got to dance with the girl you brought. So, Matt Ryan, you got to show up and prove. And Raiders, it's going to be a shootout with Derek Carr. It's going to be a shootout, but I think the Falcons' defense is going to play a big role in this victory against the Raiders.
All right. Well, only time will tell. Also excited to see what happens with Raheem Morris and whether or not he's scored enough wins to be our guy, or if we're going to go with the enemy. Still a lot of questions out there, guys. When we come back, we're going to talk some more about the NFL and what's going on with Tom Brady. I don't know. We'll break it down next on Play to Win.
Still hard to find a spot, just easier to park. Still the big move, just more moving. Still singing, just more in tune. Still the gang's all here, just less are we there yet. The Chevy family of SUVs, making life's journey just better.
Now, during the Chevy Cyber Sales event, use $500 Cyber Cash on most SUV models to get $2,750 total cash allowance on most 2020 Traverse models. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
It's bow time. When the holiday season is your busy season, drop a big bow box on it with a sleigh full of bone-in or boneless chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. If it's Christmas time, it's bow time.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. Ooh, we're going rogue now.
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, servicing Atlanta's heating and air conditioning needs for over 40 years.
Our NFL Report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Chiefs at Bucks. How do you see this game going? Chuck, I'll start with you.
Well, I see it how everybody does against the Bucks. Lately, when you look at Tom Brady, he's been struggling. I think the Chiefs, when you look at Pat Mahomes, I mean, dude is fantastic. I mean, the Chiefs to me right now are the favorites because Patrick Mahomes and this team, they're confident. They feel like they can beat anyone. I think the Chiefs will continue to roll.
Bob?
Well, when you have Jason Pierre-Paul, who's lighting up off the edge, I think that gives you a chance to stay in that game, and he's the guy that can make plays on Mahomes. He can definitely pick off that sidearm pass, and he has a recent interception in the last game. So I think that Tampa Bay defense is keeping Tom on the field and giving the Bucs offense more chances. So I think they still have a chance to beat Kansas City, but I do like Mahomes in this matchup.
So
you can't be saying lighting it up off the edge with Jason Pierre-Paul, man. He blew off his hand. That damn firework. What are we doing right now? He's just walking around with an old club hand, strong hand.
You wrong for that, Chris. You know you wrong for that,
Sorry,
man.
that's my bad.
You wrong for that.
You're about to get attacked online. I'm just saying, the whole Twitter army's coming for you on that one. Without Drew Brees, do we think that Tampa will overtake the Saints in the NFC South?
No way. There's no way.
No?
The Saints right now, no. Listen, the Saints right now, the defense, they're absolutely some bullies. The offense, they got multiple ways to score. They got more flavors than Baskin Robbins. I'm just telling you, with New Orleans, they can score running, they can throw. They got Taysom Hill, they got Kamara, they got Breeze, they got Thomas. The list keeps going on. So, I don't see that. The Saints is a contender for a Super Bowl.
They got more hits than Aaron Neville. Am I right, Bob?
So you're going cheesy like me. He being cheesy.
Guys, everybody tweet Chris and ask him to do his Aaron Neville impression. When we come back, we'll have Jeffrey the Edge check your picks. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back on Play to Win.
At Reliable Heating and Air, every day we roll out before the sun rises. We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology and work late so you can sleep easier. We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort and keep you warm all winter long. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Get our season's lowest prices with up to $3,000 in cash incentives.
Insurance companies can't be all that bad. Can they?
What if I told you that after a serious injury, the insurance company could give you the runaround and treat you and your family like just another number?
Is that true?
Yes, insurance companies may say they're on your side, but after a serious injury, their goal is to pay you as little as possible. Having a Montlick attorney on your side can make all the difference. If you've been injured, simply dial #WIN from your cell phone. That's pound 946.
We've owned a few different houses through the years. Your company was absolutely the best. They were so professional. Everything they did, they didn't get a mark on a wall or anything else. It was clean, it was friendly, and it was fun. And most of the time, moving is not fun. I'm going to give a great recommendation to Atlanta Peach Movers. It's always on time and it's always professional. There is no tree in Atlanta Peach Movers.
To schedule your move, call Atlanta Peach Movers today.
I know this all looks very Hollywood, but guess what? This is a Nissan sales event ad. Sales event ads are usually boring. Is this boring? Ooh, nice. This Altima has intelligent all-wheel drive, unlike that Accord behind me. Ooh, we're going rogue now.
Save up to $72.62 on select models.
Today's college and NFL predictions is being brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic, named Industry Best 2020 for treating ED and Peyronie's disease.
Welcome back. It's finally time for our college and NFL predictions, brought to you by the Atlanta Health Clinic. Jeffrey, the Edge Schechter, we've been waiting for you. Tell us your picks for the week.
Well, last week, Wisconsin took it on the chin from a very good Northwestern team. They will take it out on Minnesota this week. Give the 21.5 points. Minnesota has no defense. I'll say one thing about Duke and Georgia Tech. They're both well rested. I don't remember the last time they played. But I like Tech at home and pick them. West Virginia has something that nobody else in the Big 12 has, a defense. And they're good at home. I like them with the 11 against Oklahoma. In the pros, Las Vegas is playing great. Carr is excellent. This team here is sorry, the Falcons. Give the 3 with the Raiders. When was the last time New England was a home dog? Oh, they had that Brady guy all those years. Well, he's not there anymore. But I'm still going to take the opportunity to take New England with the 2 points at home. Indianapolis has turned into a real good team. Rivers is playing lights out. They killed Tennessee 2 weeks ago. I think they'll beat them again this week. Give the 3.5 with Indy. Good luck.
Calling my Falcons sorry. I don't like to hear that, Jeffrey. Guys, thanks for tuning in to another week of Football's Play to Win. The conversation, as always, continues online. Find us all on social media and find us next Saturday, 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, the Atlanta Health Clinic, and your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.